This is our sausage burger. It has a pesto that we make in-house and roasted peppers and pickled onions.
I like the kick that you get when you taste that. Like, I'm all about a little spicy kick, and that has like just enough. What's up, y'all? This is America's Best Restaurant. I'm Danyel DeTomo for the ABR Roadshow, and we are in Campton, Kentucky right now. Many know it as the Red River Gorge, and we are at a place called Hops. Now, they are all things farm to table when it comes to their menu, and I heard they have the best beer and the best bourbon around. Let's go check it out. Hi, Molly.
Hey, how are you?
I am great. Happy to be here today.
Happy to have you here.
So I heard you're kind of the lady that people see when they come up to order here at the bar. Very familiar face here at Hops. So me being a first-time customer today, tell me what I should know about this spot.
Well, we try to support local. So all of our beers and cans are local. We have a couple that come out of Nashville, which is not Kentucky, but very, very close to us. So we have a good selection of canned beer that you can drink in-house. We also sell beer to go. So for people that want to mix up some beers and have a six-pack of things, you can take mixed six-packs to go. We also always have 16 beers on draft, all from Kentucky. We try to specialize and cater to, or not really cater to, but highlight a Kentucky brewery and a Kentucky distillery once a month. So our house bourbons and things will change per monthly. So it's kind of nice, and we have typically about 100 bourbons on the bar at any time.
I'm seeing, this bar, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff. I'm assuming you're well known for like the bourbon and probably the beer as well.
We have a lot of bourbons that a lot of people come in, they are bourbon drinkers that come in and they're like, I've never had any of that. The cool thing is we offer beer flights. And if you don't know bourbons, we do bourbon flights as well too. So it's a good way to try samples of bourbon without having to go to see the distillery or buy a whole bottle and not enjoy it. So it's kind of cool.
Well, listen, I'm ready to get started here. What we're gonna do next is I'm actually about to try some of the bourbon, because with it being so beautifully displayed right in front of me right now, I gotta come back behind the bar and I gotta see what's going on with this bourbon.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
It's bourbon time. We are with the owner of Hops, April now. And April, I have to learn about the bourbon here because it's the good stuff, is what I've heard.
We have plenty, and our whole focus is Kentucky bourbons. So a lot of times people ask for Canadian or Tennessee, wherever bourbon, but we go for the true Kentucky bourbon. And as well as with our gins are Kentucky gins, and our vodkas are Kentucky distilled as well. But as far as our bourbons go, we have over 100 for you to select from. For example, this one here is from Dueling Grounds Distillery, which is right on the Kentucky-Tennessee border. And one of the things I really like about them is that they are a farm to bottle. So all the grains that they use for their bourbons are all grown in the county that they're located in, that they do the distilling. But they only have like 5 employees. So they're a small, unique distillery that you don't see around at any other places here. And the same way, another bourbon that we carry that fits in the whole theme of what Hops is all about, the farm table, is the Jepthur Creed, which is another farm to bottle bourbon that is distilled here in Kentucky as well.
I like that, keeping it local.
Yeah. Oh, and here, I
well,
just
wait,
gotta say,
there's
like
more.
The one,
there's
I know.
more.
But this one's like super cool,
Ooh,
and people really like the idea of this one because Eastern Kentucky has a very rich history associated with timber and coal mining. Brothers Wright, this bourbon here is aged in mines instead of in a rick house, so it's very unique
Yeah.
for that. And it is located in the eastern part of the state. So
That is
it's
such a
pretty
cool bottle right
Yeah.
there.
So we look for a lot of unique options
Yeah.
for our customers. So when they come here, they know they're going to be able to look for things and taste something that they haven't had, which
Yeah.
is brings us to
Which I've been waiting on this moment right
Like,
here. We got the flight.
we do bourbon flights.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you can do a bourbon flight, and you get to pick what you add to it. But there are 4 half-ounce pours.
Okay.
Come on a bourbon flight, and you'll get a little side of chips with it whenever you try it, because you know you want to clean your palate
Yep.
in between, so you don't mix in your bourbon flavors
Never.
in between. But it definitely gives you an opportunity to taste bourbons that you're not gonna just see out in the store. Especially we have quite a few.
Should we sip on one together?
Of course.
And I say sip because, do people sip on it or take it like a shot? I'm not a bourbon drinker.
Bourbon
I'll have to ask. I don't know.
should be sipped. Not
Good to know. So you don't throw them back a shot
Yes,
with this.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Because, some
'Cause
people
we're,
would look
we're
and
not
they'd
in
say,
college anymore.
You right. She ain't lying. Okay, well, I just grabbed number 2. That's just the one
And
I
I
went for
grabbed
there.
number
So
3.
I don't know but
And cheers.
We'll-
You're supposed
we'll-
to,
help me.
do the little, whoops, and I made a mess, little blend. So see how it bleeds down your
Oh yeah.
glass there?
I'm trying
Has
to
a
do
nice
this
little,
carefully.
Yep. Caramel there to it.
Cheers.
Smell it
Okay.
and then sip it. We don't have to down it.
Ooh, yeah, you need to sip that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
It has a little,
Oh, yeah.
but we definitely encourage tasting. You just need to let us know where you're at as far as recommendations. Like if you've never had bourbon, we have people come here. They're like, we've never had bourbon. And we'll give them like a super smooth, low proof.
That's
And then, you
that's
know,
me right there. I'm like, help me.
We have
What
things
do I
that
do?
are all the way up to like 130 proof.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
you
my.
feel the burn on that.
I mean, oh yeah. Now, I love the bar area of this spot. You just have so much to offer. The bourbon is a huge draw. I'm curious though to learn how hops began for you. Like, how did you become a restaurant owner of this place?
Well, it definitely was not my thing.
Okay.
My late husband, this was something he always wanted. We've had the property here for a little over 20 years, and he always had this dream of opening a place for people to hang out and talk about adventures, that past adventures, future adventures, and just meet up with like-minded people. We have this beer rocket that you see on our merchandise and our logos. This right here is kind of the original beer rocket. My son at the time was 9 when he came up with the idea of the beer rocket. He's 19 now, so he's a little older, but he first kind of started developing this idea as his dad was throwing out, and they were working on it together because his dad wanted it to be a family thing and be a community thing, and it was super important. It's come.
I love that you have this too,
yeah.
like in the restaurant.
Yeah,
Like that is
well-
so cool that people can like see that. We've already covered so much, but you know what time it is now. We gotta try food.
Oh,
I've been waiting on that. So we're gonna go actually sit down now. We're gonna learn more about the tourism here, and I'm testing some of that food. So, you ready?
Good.
All right.
Sounds great.
We have April and Pete joining me now. Okay, so we're gonna start with April because you're the owner, and then Pete, we're gonna talk to you about the tourism because we gotta tell y'all all about the place we're at today. But first, we gotta talk about the great food that you can get when you come to this place. So, can you take me through the 3 dishes you're showcasing? Let's start with this one because it's close to me.
Okay, there are 3 dishes that we have today. The one that you're getting ready to start on is our hibachi dish. We do a chicken, steak, and a veggie and vegan option on Wednesdays only for hibachi. The chicken is actually from Kentucky, and we make the hibachi sauce, the yum yum sauce, we make it in-house. So we make it in-house. We use local eggs for making the sauce. We get a lot of requests for extra yum yum. And seasonally, we'll switch out the veggies some with what's available for us to use. So most of the time, all the squash and the mushrooms are all local that we're using in the hibachi dish.
That's some good hibachi too. And this is like a Wednesday thing you
Yes,
do
only
here?
on Wednesday.
All right, well, Wednesday, come here on Wednesday. That's all I'm saying, because that is really tasty.
This is our sausage burger. It has a pesto that we make in-house, and roasted peppers and pickled onions.
I like the kick that you get when you taste that. Like, I'm all about a little spicy kick, and that has like just enough.
The right amount, yes. But the pesto mayo just kind of helps balance it out. The curry is another popular dish.
And then is this a dish that's always on the menu?
Yes, the sausage burgers are on the menu all year long, and so is the sweet potato curry. So it's, gluten-free. It kind of hits a lot of the food requirements for people whenever they come.
It's also good. Like, how do you decide what you're gonna eat, people? How do you do this? Like, everything is so tasty.
I pretty much eat everything all the time.
I knew I liked her. I knew I liked her. Okay, so food's delicious. I'll keep stuff in my face, of course, but I'll save some for some other people. Okay, I'll do that. But we had to talk about this area some, because where we are, people love to come visit. You got to tell me a little bit about it. And tell everyone your title. Introduce yourself.
Sure, yeah, my name is Pete Fingerson, and I'm the director for Powell County Tourism here in the Red River Gorge. So that's where we are, is we're in the Red River Gorge area of Kentucky. It's a part of, it's about a 30,000 acre canyon system here in eastern Kentucky. Yeah, people come here from all over the world. It's a world-class rock climbing destination. So we have people come in from all over the world. We just had somebody in the visitor center from Brazil 2 days ago, so people come here from all over the world to come and visit.
It's when we first drove in, I noticed a bunch of stuff, and I was like, yeah, I can see there's probably a lot of people that like to visit this area. And tell me a little bit about hops. Like, if people have never been here before, maybe they're traveling to the area soon, what do they need to know about this spot?
So one of the things that's really dear to me about Hops is that it is a farm-to-table restaurant, which means that we support our local area farmers by buying produce and meat from them. All of our meat, our sausage, our chicken, and the fish that we use is all sourced within Kentucky, which, any of the pork products, which to me is very, very important, especially because like this area is struggles economically. So by having my restaurant support the people that live here, it just strengthens the community as a whole. Which is, I think, just a responsibility that we should all be doing to help each other out.
Now, I know you're constantly posting on Facebook. Is that the best way for people to keep up to date with Hops and everything you have going on?
We do have a website.
Okay.
On the website, it's hops@rrg.weebly.com. And on there, we always have our menus are always posted on there. They'll change weekly during certain times of the year. Also have our hours on there, and it also says what is sourced locally or what we have that's organic ingredients as well. And we also have Instagram and Facebook.
All the good stuff
for the
right
hours.
there. All the good stuff. Well, thank you both so much for sharing all of this with us today. We've had a great time.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
What a spot Hops is. They have amazing food, and you already know, with us being in Kentucky, they got that good stuff. The bourbon is coming home with me. They are one of America's best restaurants. For the ABR Roadshow, I'm Danyel DeTomo. I'll see y'all next time.